team is operating.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Williams. Love right side. Back to Williams. 6 to shoot. From downtown.
Mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
The screen. Over in the corner, Dudley. For the 3. That's good. Dudley's got 6 here in this quarter.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Williams with the ball. 28 points for him. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Cavaliers 4th. The Wizards 5th.
And it's no secret that both of these teams rely heavily on the three-point shot. That was the case last year. Look at those numbers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Gary Neal comes in for Jared Dudley. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Beal. And it's Clarkson in for John Wall.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but they've been killing it from the free throw line tonight. Those points keep adding up as we go along. Free throw good. Clarkson. 1:05 left in the third. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Outside Williams. And he dunks it down. And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Here's Dellavedova. Guarded by Shumpert. Back to Gortat. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. That's now 8 points for Marcin Gortat.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Here's Dellavedova. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And here is Williams. That will count. Got it off in time, but it's no good. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Cavaliers lead by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I realize this.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Wizards trail by 3. Clarkson is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Jared Dudley. Then it's Gary Neal. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Move the ball. Stick it to Mike.
Williams against Beal. Pass to Shumpert. Back to Williams. The turnaround Jay. Can't get it to go. And Washington the other way now. Clarkson with the ball. Now Smith defending. There's the pick. Right wing, Neal dishes to Gortat. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Gortat's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Wizards. The Cavaliers shooting straight 49% from the field. On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Clarkson. Double team on Williams. Now the dish to Thompson. And he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He really wants them to try to...
For the Wizards, Gary Neal's checked in for Nene. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Jared Dudley. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Beal. And then for Cleveland, Love comes in for Thompson. And it's Williams in for J.R. Smith. Irving passes to Williams. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside. He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Here's what Washington's going to look like. Nene, he's checked in for Gary Neal. Dudley comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Beal subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. Outside Williams. Goes in for the dunk.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know,
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Wall. To the paint. Here's Caldwell. Excellent D there from Mozgov.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Williams against Beal. Williams kicks to Love. Takes the 13-footer. Washington with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of foul.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. Wall against Williams. And Wall. Here we go now.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there. And a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And both free throws good for Williams.
That was essential that he kept possession.
Right side Wall. Williams with the block. Here's LeBron. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Boy, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
Outside, Wall. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov.
We have another ball. Shape up. Shape up.
Here's Nene. Good.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Outside, Williams. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the pass to James. It falls.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Ouch. That was a punch in the gut to these fans.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Ball against Williams. Lock at 6. Nene, the screen. Wall dishes to Beal. Knocks down the trifecta.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Williams. From deep three-point range, off the mark. And so it's Washington who scrape by with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd is not going to let this one slip away.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
I'm here with John Wall.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
There are two type of point guards, Ernie. Kenny would know nothing about that. He shot the ball every time he touched it. Anyway, the guys who keep everyone involved.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. All right, fellas, let's change it up for a bit. How many threes can you make in a minute? Freak, start it up. All right, fellas, good practice. I need that same intensity out here consistently. The coaching staff will be around if you need
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And for Cleveland, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Last season, the Cavs did not have the best record in the Eastern Conference. The Hawks did, but Cleveland did come out of the East and go to the NBA Finals. Shaq, as long as LeBron is there with this roster, how much pressure do they have to make the Finals every year?
Well, LeBron said it himself. He's the best player on the planet. They have to be one of the favorites as long as they keep that roster intact, and they have to stay injury-free, Ernie.
Do you think the best player on the planet has to let people know he's the best player on the planet? I knew he was the best player. You don't have to tell us that.
Well, maybe.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. The Cleveland Cavaliers come into this one following a loss to the Wizards. And that's one they'd like to have back. A little more focus would have been enough. Just a 4-point loss.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Portland, Davis is out there with Howard. Then it's Henderson. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Lillard in at the point. Davis sets a screen. Lillard attacking. Howard, that's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And here are the Cavaliers now. 4-point game. Williams against Henderson. Williams, that's good.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And here's Portland. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
The bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Terry Stotts gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thanks, Doris. And the basket by Lillard.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
From deep, Williams. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Pass to Aminu. This is to Howard.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Now here's Williams. 38 points for him last game against Washington.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
And so here's Portland, following the score by Cleveland. And Aminu kicks to Howard. That's good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Williams. He has 7. And then Williams slams it in.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Here's Lillard. following the score by Cleveland. 6 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. And Aminu kicks to Lillard. Cans the shot from the wing.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Cavaliers trailing. Irving passes to Williams. And Davis pulls it down.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
There's 1:47 left in the first quarter. Lillard with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And again, Damian Lillard. Lillard's got 6 points.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. Some last season stats for him. He averaged about games last year. 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
Some guys just have the gift, and he's one of them. You need points, he's your go-to guy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Smith checked in for LeBron. And Shumpert in there for Kyrie Irving. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Out of bounds. Blazers ball.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Now the pass to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 4 on the clock, and McLemore kicks to Lillard. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Shumpert. Out to Thompson. The dish to Williams. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with